Last year, I hit on Puka Nacua. The year before, it was Kyron Williams. Here are four players being drafted in the fourth round of fantasy football rookie drafts who I think could have a big impact. The key to winning your rookie drafts is to win all four rounds. There's a lot of emphasis and a lot of analysts out there that will tell you to put all your effort into the first few rounds. But here at the Rookie Big Board, we dig deep to find those player values in the third and fourth round who are going to hit big for you. Yes, they have lower hit rates, but that's why we do our research. That's why we watch the tape and get into that in-depth detailed analysis. So before we talk about the four players that I'm prioritizing in the fourth round, I want to take a second here and go over what I'm calling the Puka Nacua checklist. Now, I'm going to be honest, it's going to be tough for anybody in this class to perform in the way that Puka Nacua did, but what was it about the wide receiver out of BYU that I liked so much that I made sure to have 80% exposure in my rookie drafts last year? Well, it starts here with trusting the tape, trusting my eyes. I loved Puka Nacua's tape. He had an overall very high tape score for me, and you have to be willing to trust your eyes and trust the tape even when draft capital pushes a player down. When this happens, I don't totally pivot off of the players that I love. I just take them at a discount. And with Puka Nacua in particular, you saw a couple key traits. It's not just about saying that player has well-rounded, balanced tape. You want to find a couple key things. For Puka, for me, it was his ability to separate, and it was his athleticism and versatility, the way he was used all around the field at BYU, and his ability to separate were the two traits in particular that stood out to me and clearly stood out to Sean McVay in the Los Angeles Rams. Now, this is a key point we're going to talk about with the four players here that I'm targeting in the late rounds this season. You have to have a pathway to volume. The emphasis here is pathway, right? It's not going to be perfectly laid out for you. Otherwise, they'd be a first or second round rookie pick. So you need to be able to project realistically, but also understand that you're going to need something to fall your way. And one of those key things that you're going to want to watch over the course of the offseason that can fall your way is a player standing out in the preseason. You're going to want to listen to coach reports. Everything this past preseason told you that Sean McVay was openly raving about Puka Nacua. A lot of folks faded it. You could have even still gotten Puka Nacua in a lot of deep dynasty leagues in August if you wanted to. So, you're going to, after this video, just keep an eye on the four players that I'm going to talk about because you're going to want to follow them through the preseason. So let's get into the first player here that I'm very excited about. I expect to have somewhere between 75 and 80% exposure to Malik Washington, the wide receiver out of Virginia, who now is with the Miami Dolphins. Now, the key traits here that I loved about Malik Washington's tape is that he gets to top speed quickly. Now, this is a hard trait to define. I'm not saying he's the fastest player in this draft, but he's able to get right off the line of scrimmage. He explodes off the snap. He gets to top speed quickly, and he runs with some really sharp footwork. So when you put those things together, you're going to get somebody who separates right off the line of scrimmage. Now, Mike McDaniel's offense, right, it focuses on getting guys open early. And Tua's going to love having Malik Washington as an underneath option, especially when he's under pressure. You have to imagine Mike McDaniel is going to keep Malik Washington as a check down safety net. What's great about the Miami offense is, although they waited until the sixth round to draft Malik Washington, you have Tyreek Hill, you have Jalen Waddle. They're going to play in different roles. We're going to have Malik Washington with the ability to play in a true slot type role, which means he's going to have targets in insulated volume and insulated targets here. So I'm expecting him to have at least 12% of this Miami passing offense, with a big opportunity to have even more there. So the excitement here with Malik Washington is you have a creative coach. You have a coach who's already very openly talked about how excited he is to get Malik Washington in the offense. And I think what we've seen from Mike McDaniel, it's very similar coming off of that Sean McVay tree, right? He's going to recognize good players and he's going to get them opportunities regardless of the draft capital or the type of money investment the team has made in him. So Malik Washington, I think he's going early fourth round, 401 to 404. I'm going to be hyper targeting him in that range as well. Somebody who you could get a little bit later in the fourth round, and I absolutely am, is Ainias Smith out of Texas A&M. Goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if you watched Ainias Smith's tape, you would have seen a very athletic, fluid, very twitchy wide receiver. Watching Ainias Smith play is the definition of twitchy, but he's very physical as well. He's physical over the middle of the field. He holds onto the ball well through traffic and contested catch situations. He's coming in just over 200 pounds. So although he's going to play in the slot, he's not small. And I think he is going to absolutely shred in the Philadelphia offense. You have A.J. Brown on the outside. You have Devontae Smith pulling defenders away from the middle of the field. And Ainias Smith is just going to be a fantastic underneath option for Jalen Hurts. The best part is Ainias Smith also has really nice yak potential. He's elusive. He sees the field well. And so he's going to have the ability to win both before and after the catch. Now, this doesn't sound like the flashiest thing, but he's also going to make an impact on special teams. Why is that exciting? Why is that important? He's going to make the 53-man roster. He's going to get extra snaps in the preseason. He's going to get opportunity. Opportunity is the key word. Whatever you're thinking about, who do I draft in the fourth round? Who's going to get on the field? Who's going to have that opportunity to make a quick impact? And I'm pretty confident that Ainias Smith playing in Philadelphia is going to have the opportunity to make that impact. He's going a little bit later. Malik Washington starting to be a hot name. We have not come around on Ainias Smith yet, but I do think that he is going to be a very popular name that we're going to be talking about a lot by the time that we get to late August and early September. If you want more in-depth, detailed analysis like this, I encourage you to head on over to patreon.com/rookiebigboard and get access to my in-depth, proven accurate rookie rankings comparative to my dynasty and Devy rankings, the 110-page 2024 rookie guide, and access to the Rookie Big Board Discord, where you can hop in the On the Clock channel and ask for personalized advice to guide you through your rookie drafts. You can jump on a one-on-one Zoom call with me, talk about roster construction and draft strategy. All that's available for just $5 over at patreon.com/rookiebigboard. Head on over there and get ahead of your league mates to win rookie draft season. So let's switch off of the wide receivers here, because there's one running back in particular. There's a few running backs, quite frankly, that could have made this episode, but one running back in particular I felt was worth talking about, and that's going to be Tyrone Tracy Jr. out of the New York Giants. And I'm cheating a little bit because I do think I have seen him go in the late third round of some drafts, but I've also seen him still fall into the fourth round as well. When it comes to Tyrone Tracy Jr., you're looking at opportunity first, right? Let's talk about that pathway. There is no one clear running back one for the Giants. I know they paid Devin Singletary. He's going to get the first shot, and he very well may still come away with 40% of the touches on the ground. But that still leaves a lot wide open here. I love Eric Gray. He hasn't capitalized on the opportunity. If you comment on this video and tell me that Gary Brightwell is going to be the difference maker in this offense, I'm sorry, but I'm just not buying it. Tyrone Tracy is an explosive running back. He gets to the second level of the field very well. He is a shifty, physical runner. He's aggressive. He seeks out contact. He's tenacious. He scraps through the end of the play. But here's what makes me very excited about Tyrone Tracy Jr. He is an excellent pass catcher. Before becoming a running back at Purdue, he played wide receiver at Iowa, and you can tell he's got great production as a wide receiver at Iowa. And even at Purdue, despite the fact they gave him a high volume load on the ground, he was really effective and flashed sticky hands out of the backfield as well. So for me, Tyrone Tracy Jr. has the best floor of any of these guys we've talked about. I think he's 125 touches minimum. I think he's going to see the red zone. I trust him in the red zone more than I trust Devin Singletary at this point in time. I think the Giants are going to absolutely fall in love with this guy, and I think he's going to come seemingly out of nowhere and have a really nice impact on the fantasy football season. So, like I said, there's other running backs that I could have talked about here. I like Rasheen Ali. I like Dylan Laube. Some of these guys are nice targets, but I wanted to get a tight end in the game because, you may not want to invest that round one draft capital, Michael Mayer, even though you should. You may not even want to go after Ben Sano or Jatavion Sanders. You want a nice dart throw, fourth round tight end. And when you're doing that, you want to go for athletic pass catchers. And you're going to find an athletic pass catcher in the new Bengals tight end, Eric All. I'm a big fan of Eric All. He's got great tape. He's coming out of Iowa, but was at Michigan before that. So he's got that tight end pedigree. He's got really flashy hands. He's athletic. He's fluid, moving over the middle of the field. I don't know that I've seen a tight end in recent memory with as strong of a release off the line of scrimmage as you'll see from Eric All. So he very much can line up out wide just as much as in line. And I got one question for you folks. When you're thinking about Eric All's pathway to success, right? Think about the high octane Bengals offense, plenty of volume, plenty of targets to go around. Obviously you have T. Higgins out there, you have Jamar Chase out there, but Tyler Boyd has moved on. And you just need to ask yourself one question, folks. Are you scared of Mike Gesicki? Because I'm not scared of Mike Gesicki. I don't think Eric All is scared of Mike Gesicki. I think he is a younger version of Gesicki who at this point in his career presents much more upside. And you have to think that another creative play caller on offense is going to be able to scheme up Gesicki scheme up Eric All instead of Gesicki and get him some targets early on in the season, and he can have a really nice pop. So it's Malik Washington, it's Eric All, it's Tyrone Tracy Jr., and it's Anaya Smith. It was difficult for me to pick just 4 guys, but those are the names that I am drafting in my rookie draft. So I want to emphasize those names for you. I want you to hit on these late round picks with me, and I want you to join me over at patreon.com/rookiebigboard to join the Rookie Big Board Discord, get that personalized advice, chop it up, talk about this rookie class, get my Devy rookie and dynasty rankings, comparative value across the board, and get that 110-page rookie guide. I look forward to seeing you over there at patreon.com/rookie